The views and opinions expressed in this podcast episode are those of the host and guests and not their sponsoring institutions. Welcome back, everybody, to the KrisCross Corner Podcast. My name is Chris Canty. I think we got Chris Bird in here. He's so small we can't really see him. We got Marcel Smith. He has a big head. David's at work, and we have the one and only Walter Quitten. You like that better, Dave? Walter. I went on everybody. I just said David's at work.
Oh, that's not nice.
David's always at work though, but that's good.
Right, that was good.
Until my music career goes up, I'm gonna always work.
Damn, we gotta wait 45 years. All right,
Stop.
I'm playing.
You gotta wait 45 years. Meanwhile, I'm about to wait till next year, huh? How about that?
I'll put KrisCross Studios in the corner of the album cover.
No, you're not.
Anyway, shout out to
he'd be like, "It's KrisCross Entertainment. You pay me royalties," and they'd be like, "Nah, fam, that ain't."
I'm like Michael Jackson.
Literally,
He hurt my feelings. I'm trying to take his music. All right.
You make about everything, so you can be a part of it.
Right. Shout out to all the members of the KrisCross Corner Podcast Facebook group. Thank you guys for staying on every week, joining in on the fun. Follow the podcast on social media at KrisCross Corner on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, on YouTube. Listen to the podcast for free on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Now, we're going to go right into what you do in Detroit because we got a lot of things to talk about. First, before we get into the Father's Day stuff and my top 10 TV dads, we're going to get into these gas prices, y'all. They're talking about $8 a gallon by the end of this summer.
I believe it.
Guess what?
Yeah,
$8 a gallon.
I'm glad I got scooter skills on my Merc. I ain't gonna be falling off this time.
This is that really weird thing where it doesn't really matter where you go. Gas is inflated everywhere because the world got a lot of its gas from Russia.
Yeah, but guess what?
And people ain't driving.
Exactly.
Everybody works from home. Don't take it.
Everybody's driving. Everybody's working from home.
Exactly.
It's like
what a Tesla's booming right now.
It's like, see, here's the thing. This summer was supposed to be the summer where people made up for the last 2 years. But with these prices right now, they're like, hey man, I don't know about that.
No, but electric cars have a weird cap too because the country's power grid is not gonna hold up this summer that well. So electric cars aren't really gonna do it either. More and more people are buying them because gas is getting pricier. What you should do is get a hybrid, get the best of both worlds, and just ride out this weird wave of higher prices.
I just went to the deep website and just those EV hybrids are expensive.
They are, but I would argue they're worth it.
Yes, I did say that they're worth it, but I'm like, yeah, but gas might go back down to $1 a gallon.
If I had to go back in time between even with my SUV right now, if I could have gone, because I know they make I know Nissan makes like a hybrid version of the Rogue. If I had to rewind like kind of 4 years back, I would have done it and such. But at the end of the day, kind of what Walter was saying, it's not like it's going to be like this per se, like the end of time. It's a long, drawn out season for right now and such. But low key, it does kind of feel it's going to be like this forever. Low key, it does feel that way. So
our parents were talking about $3 a gallon back in 2009. It's been almost $3 a gallon since
35 cents. You're talking to grandpas.
So, it's crazy. But like I said, people were supposed to be using this summer to make up for the last 2 years. But at this
rate, talking?
No,
we're going to have fun this summer.
All right.
Because regardless, we're going to be paying for gas regardless because we got to go to work. And we got to travel. So it's not like,
For yourself.
I was like, dude's got to work. Got to work.
Get you a job you can work from home with.
Right. Yeah, because stuff is getting harder and harder. Like road trips. Huh? What?
Like, wait, road
$6 a gallon?
Hey, look, I want to touch on what Marcel said a few minutes ago. Like, get a boat, but also, like, how am I gonna boat to work? There's no like boating lane, right? Like I can't hop on a body of water to get to my job. If I could, I would. Believe me, I'd buy a boat in a heartbeat.
But first of all, I never said what you could do with the boat, though. You could just put some training wheels on it, a sail, something. Just
a sail.
Sailboats?
You see? Wait, hold on, pause. I want to get this right. So
you can make a boat go-kart for real. What? Throw some wheels on it.
Your idea is to put some wheels on a boat. You sitting there looking like you out of SpongeBob, my guy. Like
I can see David with the boat.
Be honest.
I'm with the boat on wheels with a sail. Just
going on the 94 exit at Gratiot on the roundabout.
Yeah.
Walter, to be honest, is that the weirdest idea you ever heard from a Detroiter?
No, it's not. That's not even the weirdest idea I've heard on this podcast. But man,
no, it's just as bad as having a regular Jeep, like a Cherokee, not a Grand Cherokee, a Cherokee nowadays, and taking the doors off of it.
Wait. You got wait, Chris.
I've seen that shit.
Wait, Chris, you got a compass, right?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I have a compass. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it's
2021 moonroof. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the new Grand Cherokee.
Just had to slide in there.
Hey, my cousin's got the new Grand Cherokee, and it looks nice.
It's nice.
I'm not buying a Chrysler car, but like if I would, I'd either buy that or like the Grand Wagoneer. I'll spend 90 grand on a big SUV.
It's Stellantis now. I'm playing.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna say I'm not sure how. In my case, so there's a couple gas stations right down the street from me, right? Prices over there, regular, not member prices, $5.25, y'all.
Okay.
$5.25.
I just paid $5.59. So.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the gas station by me is like $5.35 right now.
Yeah, I mean, hell, the game Costco was like $5.11. So I mean, that's I just somewhat decent, but yeah, man, it's how it is right now. So them road trips.
I need Trump to go ahead and leak the negotiation deals and the contracts for what this deal is for these guys.
Right.
Because he said something about South America. I think it was Venezuela or something like that. Brazil. I think it was Brazil. And we supposed to be taking their gas in negotiation, some type of deal. So,
man, I feel like I'm in California now, man. I remember going to Los Angeles and looking at $5 a gallon. Like, damn.
No,
I'm glad I live in Michigan.
From what I just researched, it's about it's near $10 a gallon.
Yeah.
In Cali?
Tennessee,
I mean, all right. So we always look at the gas prices in California and like it blows our minds. But you got to remember the standard of living is so much higher out there.
Yeah, it's higher and they tax everything in California.
Yeah, so
like 90,000 in California is like it's like a minimal. It's like lower tier as far as
what is 90,000 in California?
But it also depends on where you go in California, right? It's the same like here, right? So like the prices in Ann Arbor and Lansing and like downtown Detroit are going to be a lot pricier than elsewhere. The same as in like if you go to the Bay Area or pretty much anywhere in most of in the majority of Southern California, the prices are going to be a lot higher than if you go to like Northern California, right? So like,
Northern California is high too. What you mean?
It's higher. It's higher than here. It is, but it's
in North Carolina. From North California, I assume you mean Sacramento, all those places.
Sacramento,
Fresno, maybe.
The whole
Fresno's like in the middle.
No, I'm saying because the Bay Area gets expensive too. But like, it just depends on where you go, right?
That's where they make their money,
bro.
Isn't it like the richest county in America is in like Virginia?
Something like that.
And like their gas prices are like their standard of living outside of that county isn't super high, right? The standard of living in Virginia is not that high.
It's probably one of those counties right outside of DC.
Yeah,
probably where all the senators live.
It's I believe it's called Kern County.
No, it's I think it's Layton County.
Lawton
County.
Lawton County. I'm getting a bunch of other stuff. Lawton, Kern, Rich. They're probably the same place.
The whole county list.
The whole county. Well, speaking of things that aren't rich, Michigan State Police are out of gas money, y'all. Yes, Michigan State Police are not responding to non-life-threatening calls because they want to pay for gas.
That's fantastic. Yo, we have accidentally on purpose defunded the police. Way to go, y'all.
Bro.
Like, you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted.
Bro, I can't imagine the 911 calls going through.
Hey, so that means I can speed and they can't chase me.
Yep.
Technically,
Help! I got that. Help! My kid's been kidnapped.
What's that noise, man?
Are they about to die? No. Then hey,
no.
There you go.
let them ride. Let them ride.
Let them go.
What if the police did come, but they
Let
charged
them
for gas?
What'd you say, Marcel?
What if the police came to the rescue, and at the end, when everything's solved, they gave you a bill for their gas?
Damn.
Hey, low-key, watch them start doing that. You're
Actually, I take the gas bill over a warrant. So I'm just saying.
I'm paying for your gas. I better not see a ticket.
You're right. We are paying for them, but
people have been saying defund the police for the past like X amount of years now. So hey, you got what you wanted.
Yes.
No, but at that point, you have to sit there and go, "Good luck,
bro."
No,
I'm just
gonna say, hey, be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because at a certain point, it's like, yeah, you like people wanted this, but now that they have it, it's like,
bro, the gas
I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing because there could be something that is life threatening that they don't deem life threatening, right? Like that could literally be.
So the gas tank.
They gotta go through the book. They gotta go through the book. Like, what is it? 846.
Right.
Not life threatening. We're not coming.
Like for example, like somebody may be in a heated argument or so, like say between a man and a woman or so, that that can end up being rather physical almost. But then if somebody calls 911, they're gonna be like, all right, they said, are you hurt? Well, no. Are you injured? No. Are you still standing?
Is there a gun?
No. Right, is there a gun? No. Okay, goodbye.
No, that's when they sit there and go, somebody's breaking into your house. Okay, are they armed? I assume so. Are you? Yeah. Good luck.
Handle it, bro.
Right.
Do that thing. You'll be like, do that thing, and then hang up.
Call us back when there's a body. Like,
so my thing is, all the people who've been saying defund the police for the same time, I'm gonna need to keep the same energy for all the shit that's gonna be popping off now. The same energy now. Same energy.
Bro, police officers about to be down bad. I tell you, we're gonna be looking at one night just see Officer Ramirez stuff sucking gas off the minivan across the street.
Right. So speaking of another L for the police department, we have digital license plates are now available for Michigan.
License plates? Man. What?
Yeah, digital license plates.
That is an iPad. That is literally an iPad.
I'm about to change my shit every time I get pulled over. I'm like, yeah.
Swipe. No, I use that one for California. Swipe.
What was that movie with Queen Latifah when she was a taxi driver?
That's the movie.
Wasn't it a taxi driver?
Yes.
I think it was Taxi Driver, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, I'm sure it was.
With Jimmy Fallon, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was in that shit. Damn. Right. Yeah, he's gonna just change the thing. And then go next to another car that looks like yours. Hopefully, there's a car that looks like yours nearby. But anyway, please don't listen to me on the podcast. I'm just joking around.
These are jokes. We do them for comedic.
Oh, damn. We got a third L for the cops. We got black cops were denied service in Novi.
Oh,
are we surprised?
Hell no, it's Novi. Why are we surprised? Like,
I am surprised because a lot of us go out there to have fun and stuff, but I didn't think that they would do this to police officers like this.
Right.
So what happened?
Novi for fun.
So I guess they got to this restaurant later than usual, probably like 8 or 9.
Cracker Barrel.
Probably close to 10. It's not Taco Bell. It was a sit-down restaurant.
I think
Cracker Barrel.
Probably not. They're no Cracker Barrel.
See, now that would make sense.
But they got there. There's a whole group of them. So it was like, hey, we want to sit down, and they're like, no, we're not seating right now, or there's like a 45-minute wait, like people usually say, to deter people away from the restaurant. There's 45-minute wait. As they're waiting, so it's probably like a group of like 4 or 5 or 6 of them. More groups of 4, 5, and 6 come in of white people or other people not black, and they sit them before the black people.
Oh.
I was like, yo.
And it's
what restaurant was that?
I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. It was Bar Louie in Novi.
All right, yo, we both talking Bar Louie.
Damn.
Oh, that's the one right across from Imagine on the walk.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
So I was like, where's Bar Louie in Novi? I was like, oh shit, that's right across from the bowling alley.
Damn, Bar Louie, man, y'all down bad, man. What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
How you down bad to deny customers?
Also, and they heard the manager joking with other guests that he wasn't going to serve them. Damn.
Oh man.
Let me see. There was a group. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There was a group of 9.
And the police were talking here.
I don't know. I'm not giving police no special treatment, but this is something else. This is something much different.
They're not police to special treatment. It's like they're
customers.
They're clients at your restaurant.
They're customers. They want to take. They took the time to go to your restaurant to get something to eat.
A lot of time, because most of them came from Detroit for a Detroit cop. 12-hour shifts, man. Whew.
Exactly. They would have been better off going to the Bar Louie in Ann Arbor, if we're being honest.
Nah, that's too far. I go to the one.
Wait. Where's the Bar Louie in Ann Arbor?
So it's right off of I should know this. So right near where the State Theater is and such, is right there off of State Street in downtown. It's
actually the closest one to Detroit is the one in Dearborn.
Are you thinking Hopcat?
No, Bar Louie.
No. Bird, are you thinking Hopcat?
No, there's a Hopcat and there's a Bar Louie within 5 minutes walking distance of each other.
They're on the same street.
There's one in Royal Oak also. So
Royal Oak and Dearborn. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about the one in Dearborn. I forgot about that one.
Mm-hmm. They just
there's one in because there's one in Livonia too, right?
Is there?
Yeah, over at Laurel Park.
Yeah, over there, yeah.
And there's one at Great Lakes.
There ain't nobody going up the Great Lakes Crossing.
Yeah, ain't nobody going. I only been to Great Lakes Crossing once. That's it.
So. Only once? Damn. That's messed up, Chris. We're gonna take you again. You know what? Let's just add this to the L for cops.
Another one?
It's just an L for cops today. Thieves use an excavator from a construction site to steal a Chase Bank ATM.
You know what?
They're digging for treasure, y'all.
It's
some Tom and Jerry stuff.
It's so bad. I can't even laugh. It's so I can't even laugh.
I saw the story. I was like, damn.
You mean
I can't say that's an L for
the actual excavator, the Caterpillar excavator, Marcel.
Oh, these dumbasses.
Took that shit, which means somebody was like, yeah, we need someone to rob this bank. Well, we need a construction worker because we might need to use this one day. It's just horrible.
Really.
Hey, so you want to know something I learned when I was working in construction?
What?
I know working in construction.
I did for a year. All Caterpillars take the same key.
Damn. What kind of key is it?
Try some of that one.
But no, because I know somebody who I used to work with that had a key, and he was like, "Yeah, I can pretty much start any machine, just about any Caterpillar machine with this." I was like, "What? You can
fix that?"
And in my head, I was like, "Wait, so you in theory you could joyride with an excavator, but I wouldn't do that because that's like a 30-ton machine."
You're going down Southfield Freeway,
and they flip easy.
Just going down like that.
That is a Wixom hootenanny if I ever heard it.
You sit there and be like, "Yup, this is fine."
Traffic, but hey,
man, ain't supposed to be bouncing like that, man.
It is if you're on concrete. I'm playing.
What's up?
But that's all we got. We have a new soul food restaurant coming to Detroit. We need another one.
Your ass is still going to eat there.
No, I am. I'm going to do it for food tours. Soul to go is going to be ribs, chicken, and soul food, I guess. It's going to be on the east side. So,
first of all, when are people going to learn that soul food is not really made for mass quantities, man?
It really isn't. When you make it for a family, it tastes so much better. But if you make it large scale, it loses its touch.
Yeah. There have been many soul food restaurants around the area that failed because of that.
Yeah.
Hey, low-key, Fishbones popped in my head the other day. I was like, I want some Cajun.
Which one? Which Fishbone?
Fishbones, man.
No, which one?
What you mean, which one?
There's different locations. Which one are you going to?
Or
downtown, Southfield?
No, Greektown.
Okay, Greektown. We're good.
Yeah, that's a throwback.
I remember during quarantine, like not like quarantine, but right after quarantine, there was a line going out the door, like down Monroe Street. I was like, "What? Fishbones ain't even. It's not even worth it, y'all."
It ain't.
Bro, was it on a Sunday evening?
But if you go to the one in Southfield, that one was empty. You could just go straight in and walk in and eat.
Speaking of places that kind of went away, rest in peace, Rusty Crow, the Rock and Ride Wings, man. Them things, hey, I don't care. I'm still talking about it, man. Them boys.
I drove past downtown. I was like, let's see what Rusty Crow looking like. They took the sign down.
They took
the seats away.
It has so much potential.
They had it. They had what they had. They had the Rock and Rye Wings. They had the pizza flatbreads, and they had the beer in the brewery.
But why did they close? Like, what was it? Like,
but the first thing, I think it was because of the quarantine and low sales. But
yeah,
first they took the pizza flatbreads away. I was strike one.
Yes.
Then they got rid of their best beer, and that's why all the certain Wahite people left. And then the final blow for me and Chris and Marcel.
The Rock.
They took away the Rock and Rye Wings.
Wait, hold up. Did you just say Wahite?
Wahite.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I heard that correctly.
Remember when I first went over there after work at Ford Field, man? That place was delicious.
Walter, let me say it right now. Unless you went there, you don't understand. Them things.
They were just good for no reason.
Them things were hidden. See, here's the thing. You know, some places like it'll be like a super long wait time for food. At Rusty Crow, they could tell me that it's gonna be a little bit of a wait, but because the Rock and Rye Wings, I don't even mind because I know them things gonna be slapping. Them things gonna be hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, we don't need no napkins.
We need napkins. We need napkins. I'm not
Speaking of which, what's the building now?
I don't know. It's just empty right now.
Man,
shout out to some more restaurants that we used to go to that are not here anymore. Shout out to Union Street, rest in peace.
Union Street's gone.
It's gone, bro.
No, damn,
it's gone.
What?
And shout out to La Culture Cafe, the only good black place to eat food downtown. It's gone, right outside Greektown. Rest in peace. Never got to go there. It looks
nothing, man.
Can't have nothing.
We can't have that.
We're okay. It's Father's Day, y'all. It's my first Father's Day. I am excited, and I am very, I want to say humbled, but this is sentimental for me. This is my first Father's Day. So let's go into these dad jokes.
Oh no, please.
We got to talk about these dad jokes, y'all.
No, please, no. You don't understand. My girlfriend at least once a day hits me with the most ridiculous dad joke she can think of. No more dad jokes, please.
Still find it adorable, don't you?
So I'll go first. So I'm afraid for the calendar. Its days are numbered.
Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ, come on.
Walter, just shut down.
Well, you can't shut up your camera after the first joke. You gotta come for the punchline.
No. See, I didn't even want to turn off the camera. I just shut the screen, like the privacy thing on it. Like, no, I'm not doing this.
Wait a minute. So, if April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring? Pilgrims?
Oh my Lord!
I'm so dead.
I'm gonna throw a can of Coke at you, man.
The corned beans and squash are being thrown at your head right now.
Hold on. Wow. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated.
I gotta go scream into a corner now. Excuse me.
Walter's so bad right now. Walter.
Anyone else feeling a little cringe right now?
Oh, it's gonna get cringier. Hold on. I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why. We're gonna do a few more before we get into the top 10 TV.
This should have been a try not to laugh. It really should have been.
Okay, try not to laugh at this one. Try not to laugh at this
one.
All
right. Everybody call Stoneface. We got this. We can do this.
Stone faces, everybody. Here we go. Let me see. Let me get a good one. Why don't eggs tell jokes?
Why?
They crack each other up. Kris over there dump out the
Not falling for it. Not falling for it.
You said not falling for it. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Wow. Did you hear the rumor about butter?
That it spreads?
Well, I'm not going to spread it. He threw a Coke can across the room.
No, that Coke can, they had a family.
How do you make 7 even? Take away the S.
Where's a book I can just like slam on the ground? Hold up. Oh, what?
Mama, get my gat.
Honestly, where's my 12 gauge when I need it?
I used to be addicted to soap, but I'm clean now.
I hate you so much.
Myself's trying so hard not to laugh right now.
So much, man.
It really just though. Oh my Lord.
That's just mean. I don't want to say that one. Hold on.
No, say it. Please.
I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. I'll let you know. That's messed up.
Damn.
I won't laugh. Dang. I won't do it.
How does a penguin build its house? It glues it together.
Marcel's trying so hard, man. He's trying too hard, man.
Okay, two more.
Okay, good.
I don't trust stairs. They're always up to something. That was just 1 out of 2. Okay, here we go. Hold on.
Don't laugh. It's bad.
Okay, here's the other thing, because I love geography and history.
Oh no.
What's the best thing about Switzerland?
Chocolate?
I don't know, but the flag is a big plus.
All right, that got me.
All right. See, I got Walter. Yes. I got Walter.
I like that. I like that one.
All right, y'all. We're gonna
it's geography, man.
You gotta make fun of it. It's hilarious.
Oh my God.
All right, we're gonna go into my top 10 list of the week, which is for Father's Day. We have my top 10 TV dads. My son didn't win. You was laughing. What you mean?
I did not laugh.
You were trying. Hey, I admit,
biting my tongue the entire time.
Okay. My son won. Y'all.
Okay, fine.
But anyway, we're gonna go into my top 10 list of the week, which is top 10 dads for Father's Day / top 10 father figures on TV. We're gonna get into that right after this. Are on the top 10 list of the week. Honorable mentions for TV dads and father figures. We have Homer Simpson from The Simpsons.
Here.
Tim the Two-Man Taylor from Home Improvement.
I learned how not to do a lot of things from watching that show.
Yes. Oh, we have an extra screw. Just throw it out.
Like,
basically,
everyone need that.
Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. Shout out to Bryan Cranston.
Hey, did y'all see that thing they did a few years ago? Where like the end of Breaking Bad happens and then Hal wakes up And he goes, I just had the weirdest dream. And Lois is like, go back to bed, Hal.
That's hilarious. I love it. I'm all for it. I am all for it.
Dang.
We have Pops from the Wayans Brothers.
Hold on, how did he not make the top 10?
He just didn't make it. He made honorable mentions though.
I
was thinking about him.
Top 5. It's too much fire.
There's too much fire in the top 10.
Have you seen his top 5?
Yep, it's my opinion. Okay, my opinion.
It's his opinion. Now, Chris gone now with the Neo list and with the Stevie Wonder list, Chris has gotten those dead on. That's like right on the money. So,
I'm 2 for 700, Chris. I'm 2 for 700.
Well, it's about to be 3 for 700 with this because I like it so far.
We have Henry Spencer from Psych, Sean's dad.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like that.
And we have the last honorable mention. We have Billy Baker from All American. Shout out to Tay Diggs.
I got no complaints about that so far. No complaints.
All right, now to my top 10.
Because you were sick.
Okay.
Number 10 for my top 10 TV dad / father figures, we have George Feeney from Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Feeney.
That's fair.
I like it.
Mr. Feeney.
I like it.
Mr. Feeney was cool.
Gotta get the white people out the way. Oh, my bad. Wahite. Number 9, we have Danny Tanner from Full House.
Hey, real talk.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Y'all hear he was like, he was one of like the clean comedians that was definitely really dirty in the background, like with his comedy.
Oh yeah, Bob Saget was ridiculously funny.
He was,
which I didn't know until like when I was like into my 20s, but because I just saw him as Full House, but not
Yeah, so I saw him as dad. Yeah, America's dad, right? Like that was his tag, right?
Yeah,
that's like bragging about watching Tim Allen's after school special.
Danny Tanner was labeled America's dad, just like the Cowboys been labeled America's team for the past 30-something years. But Danny Tanner actually lived up to the moniker. So so that's all I got to say about that.
Whatever happened to the team?
Everything I've ever heard about Bob Saget said he was the nicest person on planet Earth.
Everywhere you look. All right. Anyway, speaking of that person, we have the same person who did the theme song for Family Matters. We have Carl Winslow from Family Matters.
All right.
Actually, first of all, Carl Winslow shouldn't even be on this list. You want to know why? His daughter went up the stairs, never came back down. He's a police officer. He's supposed to go find out where she went. He wasn't really fucking with her though.
That's fair.
Yeah. Oh, he did have a daughter. Oh,
remember the other girl that was on the show besides Laura? She went up the stairs that one episode, never came back down. And I was like, damn, you're a police officer and you don't go after her?
And you in Chicago?
In Chicago. Thank you, Chris. In Chicago. This wasn't like, down south, Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? This is Chicago, the south side of Chicago. Your daughter leaves the house and you don't go out and get her? But you care about Urkel? Urkel?
That's prime real estate.
Jeez.
Hey, since we're talking about Urkel, can I give a quick shout out to Stefan Urkel? I didn't realize you could be nerdy and like
Stefan Urkel.
Like
I thought you were gonna say Jaleel White or something. Not Stefan.
No. Shout out to Stefan Urkel, man.
Oh, shout out to Jaleel White, who was on a few episodes of Psych. Hilarious episodes. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And Keenan Allen
is a really funny actor. You get him away from Urkel.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of funny characters, number 7, we have Julius from Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah. If you need any further proof of this, just go on Hulu, watch the episode where Chris talked about, hey Dad, can I have an allowance? And went through the whole
list. I'm the reason you got these lights on. I'm the reason this floor is mopped. I'm the reason this air conditioner's running.
I allow you to sit there and eat my food. I allow you to use my air conditioner. I allow you to sit on my bed. I allow you to come to my house with them shoes on. The whole
list. I was like, damn.
Hey,
I wish they would have had them kept going down the list, but then it fades up to commercial, and then when it fade back in, he's still going through the list. If it was me writing that episode, I would have done that.
Hey, but like the thing that always got me about Julius was his. You remember when he'd be like, "Hey, that's 3 cents worth of Coke you drink in there. Like,
right. Yep. I was like, how do you know this stuff? Just by eyeballing it.
Bro, he just eyeballed a couple of canned goods and just calculated the numbers.
Hey, look, but that's a smart thing to do. But also, I do want to shout out that because I think wasn't it like Chris Rock's dad actually passed away a few years after like the show ends?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because his dad passed away when he was in high school, right? Or right after he got out of high school or something like that. So
maybe, I don't know.
But also, also shout out to Terry Crews for being.
Shout out Terry Crews.
Shout out to Terry Crews, a Michigan native of Flint. So shout out to the brother
for being Terry Crews, man. That's
true.
Number 6, Bernie Mac from the Bernie Mac Show. 6. Hey, number 6.
You know what? Because of what I'm pretty sure
he took kids in. He took kids in. He wasn't the actual.
Because of what I know is top 5. I so far I agree.
Now listen here, Chris.
You're doing good. You're doing good, Chris.
I'm about to say because I'm not gonna lie,
David.
Bernie Mac taught them kids right. Like that was the thing. I gotta see where your top 5, like who's in your top 5, because I think he should be higher on his top 10. But we'll see where it goes.
Okay.
He's got Moesha's dad at
Moesha's dad.
I swear, if you put Oscar Proud in this list, I'm gonna kill you.
Oscar Proud.
Drew Day!
Oh, yeah. I when I made this list, I was like, Bernie Mac should be higher, and I was like, for the top 5, my top 5 are like what I believe I should be as a father. Being this my first Father's Day, all 5 of these people I want to have some type of resemblance of when my daughter looks up to me. So number 5, we have number 5. We have Eric Camden from Seventh Heaven, the religious father.
I don't think you want that. I don't think you want that.
Yes, you do. You need some Jesus in the house now.
There are a couple of allegations on them.
There's allegations on everybody on this list, including Danny Tanner, Julius, and Terry Crews, of course.
Yep, that's true.
Bernie Mac.
That's true.
And a few in my top 5.
Hey,
you can't, just like Walter said, you can't mix in real life with TV life.
You heard that Deshaun Watson? You can't do it. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
Deshaun Watson is real life. That's happening in real life.
No, but I
because Cosby is for sure on this list.
I get it because I learned a lot from Theo. Like I learned a lot from Cliff Huxtable, right? Like that was I learned a lot from Cliff Huxtable. So like it was really hard for me to be able to separate Cliff Huxtable from Bill Cosby, but we can get on that a whole other day. But keep your list going.
So number 5 was Eric Camden from Seventh Heaven. He always had a billion kids in that house. I don't know why, but just
I want.
No, he had 7 kids, but he let a few girlfriends, boyfriends stay over, which was weird to me as a preacher's.
Preacher. He was definitely running a hostel.
He was. Remember that the apartment over the garage? They're like, hey, you can stay in the apartment. I was like, what? That's your girlfriend's boyfriend. You don't do that. He's supposed to stay at his house.
What?
She's 17. God damn it. Anyway. Shout out to Jessica Biel for still being fine after 30 years on Seven Heaven.
You ain't lying. Shit.
Timberlake about to drop kick you.
Hey, she's married to Timberlake, right?
Yes, she is. Lucky bastard. Anyway, number 4.
Yes.
We have Michael Kyle Sr.
So you knew that, but you ain't know decent? Okay,
yes. Michael Kyle Sr. is
Michael Kyle Sr. for my wife and kids.
I'm not gonna lie. I want to be a little bit of Michael Kyle Sr.
Yes. You're so vindictive and so calculating.
But Mike always taught his kids the lesson, right? Like at the end of the day,
I never learned.
No matter how pissed they were, they learned a lesson.
Even if it did come up a swift slap in the head.
Right. That mouse episode was one of my favorites of all time.
That's like one of the best.
What's another one that's really good? The one about gambling when Junior had the slot machine.
Yeah. Hey, I still love the every now and then I'll go, somebody will say something, I'll go, nah.
Nah.
lead him into it.
Oh yeah, that episode when he was going through the house. Nah.
Hey, also shout out because Shaq was on an episode of that. And
he was. He was
So was
Katie's
Terry
dad.
Crews, ironically.
He had I mean, it was like obviously it was a dog. He had a baby in a shoe.
We cannot forget the episode with Cat Wayne was on there. We cannot forget about that.
He was on a few of them, and they're obviously the top 5.
Bobby Shaw.
The return of Bobby Shaw.
Fresh and in the flesh.
I swear, man.
Hey, that's on.
We ain't never left. We ain't never left the house since the 80s. We've been working on our dance moves.
Hey,
you can't triple bye Birdie.
That's on Hulu. The show's on Hulu. If you haven't seen it recently, go watch it. It still holds up. I guarantee.
It does.
I'm still shocked. I actually learned something from these shows.
I learned from all these. Really?
What? Go ahead, Chris.
That was number 4. That was Michael Kyle Sr. from My Wife and Kids. Number 3, a new entrant. We have Andre Dre Johnson from Blackish. When I say this is the epitome of this is like the Cosby Show times 10. This is a big black family of affluent, successful kids going to college. Well, Junior kind of went, but anyway. But you know, they had a spinoff, Grownish, another spinoff for mixed people, Mixedish, with Tracee Ellis Ross. It was just a great show.
Bond is up.
Oh,
I think
the Lemonade episode was the funniest episode to me.
Which one?
Oh, y'all want your own money? Oh, y'all gonna have to work for it. Then that's when they had made their lemonade.
I can honestly say Blackish and Grownish, those are gonna be shows that, like, you know, the same way that like the Cosby Show was in the 80s, the same the Fresh Prince was in the 90s. So Blackish is going to be in that state. It's in that literally in that same category for right now. Indeed,
I thought you were gonna say Blackish was the same as Cosby Show was to A Different World, because that's basically what it was. It was a spinoff.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
I'll give you that one.
I will say though, like I think I definitely related more to Blackish than I did to the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Because Dre was a smart guy, right? That was the thing. Like, he was a smart guy and he was making it and he was successful. But he learned that the game that he was used to playing wasn't a game he could play anymore, right? And so he had to learn how to grow and adapt. And I know I've definitely had to change how I played my game to get ahead, and I think a lot of us have, because the game's different.
Yeah, like on the Cosby Show, they just said that they were Cliff was a doc. He was a doctor, and then Claire was a lawyer.
Yeah,
but they didn't show like their actual work life. They just said, "Hey, he's a doctor. He's a lawyer." And the idea of them being a doctor and lawyer was like, "Oh snap, black people can do that." But Blackish was like, "Hey, I'm an executive for an all-white, mostly white company, and this is what happens in being that one black guy trying to make reasoning in an all-white." Well,
and that's the thing. Like, I mean, the office demographic, the office dynamic is it's like 40 or it's like 50% white, 49.9% Asian. Like and Asian overall. So like
Asian, Indian.
I'm including Middle Eastern in there as well. And then me. I am quite literally a drop in the ocean. But like I said, that's one of the reasons I relate to it, because I've always been like that. So I understand where he's coming from. I get how he feels.
So you actually see what you know what it's like, you know, in those type of environment, as opposed to somebody saying, "Oh, you know, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer," but you never see like what actually happens in the work life
and the home life.
You have to see the home life and the work life, and like how do you like balance that while at the same time trying to raise your kids? To do as well. Like I loved it.
And also on the Cosby Show, you never really saw the kids go to school, so you never saw what they dealt with every day. On Blackish, they were like, "Hey, I'm black going to an all-white private school." This is what happens, especially the one when a kid dropped the N-word during the talent show. Oh my god, one of the best episodes ever.
Oh no,
it is.
I still love
that. I never seen that episode. I don't even watch it.
I just a lot of weight for many years to come. many years to come.
Yeah.
But
hey, can I drop a TV dad in here that I'd guarantee ain't on this list?
Yeah, go ahead.
Curtis Payne.
Curtis Payne is not on this list, but he is a very good father figure.
He could make it. He can make it as an honorable mention.
No, I know, Davis, but I say that because again, at the end of the day, whatever lesson Curtis was trying to teach, got learned. It may not. The thing that made Curtis good, and the thing that made a lot of and the same thing that made Michael Kyle good was the fact that the method was so unconventional that there's absolutely no way it should have worked. And I understand it was for TV, but the message still got across at the end of the day.
True. Any other dads before we go into my top two? No. Also another honorable mention. Red Foreman from That 70s Show. Dumbass.
Hey, I still love that. I still love the fact that that 70 show literally took a portion out of their final episode to go over every single time in 8 seasons. Red said, stick my foot in your ass.
Don't stick my foot in your ass.
So that shout out to that for and the fact that he was able to play it because he the same kind of thing. It's like Red was a hard ass from the first episode to the last, but he was also one of the most caring guys, like one of the most caring TV dads I've ever seen. Right. When Red needed to come through, he came through. Granted, he might have done it, pissed off. Like when Steven moved in with him, he was like, fuck, okay, like this is okay. But
I forgot that episode.
Yeah, but also there was an episode. I remember there was an episode where I think Eric had like kissed somebody or kissed another girl or something, and it made its way to Red. So Red found out about it, and he just goes, "Donna's a really sweet girl. How could you do that to her?" And I think it was just the fact that he wasn't screaming, he wasn't yelling, he was just calm and just it was a sincere conversation.
That was scary.
It was scary, yeah, Marcel. It was scary. I was like, "Oh, so he about to put a foot in his ass for real."
That was scary.
Or like when, or at the end, or at one of the last seasons when they found out they were smoking in the basement.
Oh my gosh,
Woo.
They just found out in that season. I'm like, all that weed down there.
They went through 7 seasons, man. And then they were like, "Hey, we found out."
Anyway, number two, we have Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable from The Cosby Show.
Okay.
I accept it. Okay. I think I know what your number 1 is, and I agree.
Yeah. Cosby Show, one of the most iconic, not black sitcoms, the most iconic sitcoms of all time.
Exactly.
In general.
And it showed one of the things you pointed out about Blackish is one of the things I really liked about the Cosby Show. They were affluent.
Mm-hmm.
And they went about it in the right way because we had a lot of y'all remember Power. I liked Power, but one of the things about it was a lot of the money they made was dirty. I like the fact that the Cosby Shows they did it cleanly, right? They made their money the clean way. They went up, they did what they were supposed to do, and they got that. I understand that it's a lot harder for us to do that, but that's what I really liked about it.
So I mean, I like. People say that they were affluent. I wouldn't say the Cosby Show, the Huxtables were affluent because they had 5 kids. They were a doctor and a lawyer, which is very 2 demanding careers. And you had to on top of that with all the stuff that they do. I mean, I would say they were upper middle class. Yeah, they weren't affluent. They weren't wealthy like the number 1 entrant in this list. But I would say that they could pay their kids through college, which for many black families is a feat in itself.
Yeah.
But without the son or daughter having an athletic scholarship for basketball or football, whatever type of sport.
They use their brain. They use their brains. Yeah.
People I also real shit. Like it really is.
Mm-hmm. I also they also pushed education on this show all throughout.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the things. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, and not that, but the fact that kind of like what we talked about with Family Man before with Carl Winslow, they were in the South Side of Chicago. With correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but Cosby Show, that was the mainline center. Was over in Philadelphia, right? Like the suburbs of Philadelphia.
No, they were in Brooklyn.
They were in Brooklyn.
They were in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what type of y'all talking about.
You hella tripping, Chris.
But one of the things,
like, the things like people gotta really understand, like.
But it was Brooklyn in the '80s, though, so we gotta put our minds back in the '80s. Brooklyn in the '80s was pretty rough.
It was down bad. But anyways, like the biggest thing that people gotta really understand, like, see, and like Chris said before, for a lot of black families, to be able to, like, to have your son or daughter or whomever, be able to go to college and such, I just a dream for, like, a lot of parents and such. But when we really look down and break down, like, the cost for everything, for a lot of majority of black families, that is a hefty price, year in and year out. And a lot of folks, would push, like, sports on their kids, which if that's what they want to do, cool. If you got a gift for it, go off and do it and such. But then again, the term student athlete, the student always comes first. You can.
You're funny. You're funny. You're really funny, Chris. You're so adorable.
I'm saying in a general sense, but, like, if you think about with any type of
on paper
sport, on paper,
on paper, student athlete means student first. But hell, we try to win a championship.
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. Or if you're a college, or if you're indicating college football right now with the NIL negotiation going on, you got folks who are rightfully so actually being paid to actually play at these big time schools that are making millions, if not billions, off of these kids and such. So, like, it's cool in that aspect, but at the same time, we actually have your kid that actually go to a college, a premier college or university for brains and education and such, then hey, so be it. Because not everybody has the gift of athleticism to be able to play at a collegiate level of that nature. Not everybody has that talent.
Yeah.
Straight up.
What I will say, though, one of the things that I really liked about the Cosby Show is, you're right, they have 5 kids, and every single kid they had looked a little different.
They did.
And that's something, because usually they would be like, okay, how do we make this family believable, right? But, like, and this is the weird, because, like, there was a shade of black for just about everybody on that show.
It sure was.
And that's something that even nowadays is really hard to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was definitely a strength they had. Not only that, but and this might have just been something that happened in, like, the 80s and 90s. They don't really do it anymore. Those kids got in trouble.
They sure did.
Like, and I don't mean like oh man, how could you do? No, like because
Vanessa went to freaking Baltimore for big fun.
Yeah, like didn't Theo get in trouble for, like?
Yeah,
he got arrested. I think, didn't he?
I don't know if he got arrested. I do know he had an earring.
He got in some.
Remember the earring episode? The earring episode when he tried to hide the earring from Bill Cosby.
Yeah, like.
I don't know if he went. I don't know. I got to rewatch the whole season, the whole series again. But there's only, like, certain episodes of Cosby Show I remember, like, word for word.
Yeah.
Other ones are like, okay, I don't remember this one. Skip. But speaking of other shade, a lot of shades of black. Number 1.
Yes, here it is.
The honorable Judge Philip Banks from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. When I say they had different shades of black on this show, let me tell you, Aunt Viv changed colors halfway through a commercial break.
I'm saying I still prefer dark skin Aunt Viv. I would never not change that opinion.
I like both of them, but I mean, the darker one was the better Aunt Viv, because she actually did shit.
I agree.
And light skin Aunt Viv was just a housewife. I mean, not saying the housewife is a bad thing, but
right.
compared to what Aunt Viv was for the first 3 seasons, you kind of downgraded her character.
Yeah, but I mean, man, that's another show that I think really displayed what we as a culture could be.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just like, all right, we got.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? By throwing Jazz out the house, or? Go ahead.
What I mean is that because nowadays you get a lot of people that are like, oh well, I want this, and this, but it's like, okay, but I don't know. I always felt like Uncle Phil, that entire household. I mean, granted, shit happened, but that household overall, I'd say, was ran very well. And I think that it's one of the characteristics where it's like, okay, we as the black community, we can achieve this. there have been that, like I've definitely seen some things where it's like, well, you have to go through this challenge, you got to be like this type of person and all this other stuff, and it's like, no, I don't want to do that. There are other ways to achieve what I'm trying to achieve, and I think Fresh Prince was one of them. But also, that was another show that really knew how to mess with your heartstrings.
It did.
I mean,
especially when he did have his father episode, the cop episode being black. Which one was the best one, Chris?
The Will's father, that episode.
I would say that's the best episode. It's most heart jerking episode.
Because that was so I watched the thing on that. That was real, right? Like that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like that wasn't acting. Will Smith wasn't acting at that point. Like it was him watching his fake dad walk out, but it was also him not having his dad, like his real dad, there. Right. So
the thing with that, like, no, the thing with Fred and stuff. I mean, like, you think about most of us, all of us, being born in the 90s or what have you, being grown, watching all these type of shows. The Fresh Prince, it just hit different, especially as you get older, you see shit in life and everything. It just hit like so much different. Like for me, like even though like the cartoon was always and like cartoon was always one of the characters that I really adored out of everybody on there. So because a lot of times,
you were as small as him, or
no, Chris, thank you.
Because you dressed like him in high school.
Let him finish his thought, man.
I know Chris had a sweater vest in high school.
I
would have bullied the shit out of you in high school. Go ahead.
But see, like, the reason why I called because the cartoon and stuff, because when because if you think about how cartoon character was like and such, was he out here trying to do things which has been stereotypical on on our black men for all these years and such, as far as going out game banging and all this other shit? But no, he was one of those characters such as like, hey, yes, am I being raised by by a good black family, in a prosperous neighborhood and stuff, but then still going out here to college and everything, getting good grades, but listen to like different types of music and different types of culture and shit. Well, yeah, like I'm like, yo, that's a character I can personally relate to and shit. And even though in my own life,
especially the episode with he was like, I like Barry White, and then Will Smith was like, he's like, I like Barry Manilow, and then Will Smith was like, he meant Barry White.
Yeah, he meant Barry White.
No, so that was the thing, because I always related to Carlton.
Now hold up,
that one is their best episode to me.
Which one?
That's
when they tried to get accepted to the black fraternity, and then Carlton didn't get in, but Will got in. But then at the end, Carlton was like, just because you're running a different race than me doesn't mean I'm less black than you.
Exactly.
Just because I'm rich, just because I'm rich, just because I listen to white stuff, just because I live at 90210 doesn't mean that I'm less black than you.
Can I?
That's the thing, straight up. Like I'm like even when you get like me as I got older, like rewatching an episode, it just hits a whole lot different because like I didn't join any friends in college. I didn't join any fraternities and none of that stuff in college and such. Do I listen to all
you didn't meet the height requirement, Chris? There's a height requirement.
Wait, hold up. Hey,
anyway,
before
we the thing with that, like I can still watch the episode like right now, and I'm like, well, yeah, like I see where you're coming from, because like it's a character you can relate to and such, and all these shows that on all these dads and such, each one of these shows had dads or so that things that you can relate to in our communities and such. But I can honestly say, out of the 700 or so lists that you've done, you're 3 for 700.
I'm 3 for 700, y'all. I'm catching up. I got 697 to go.
This is the perfect
list. Hold up.
No debate with this list. This is a perfect list.
That is 0.004%. I want you to know that.
Hey, there's some good in there, okay?
Wait, but can I have
go ahead, Walter. For a second? Go ahead,
so,
Walter.
The Fresh Prince was one of those shows I really enjoyed. For several reasons. I touched on a little more, but one of my favorite things was Carlton, because I always related to Carlton. I always got teased because, I listened to this or that or whatnot, because I talk a certain way, or because I decided to dress a certain way. And that was the thing, like in college, yeah, I joined a stereotypically white frat, right? Like I joined that. It wasn't I didn't want to join the Divine Nine. It's just that by the time I got to college, I felt so removed from the black culture on campus, I didn't think I would get in. I didn't think I would fit in. which is some part my own problem and some part the problem that we as a community have altogether. But no, I always related to Carlton, and that was the thing. Like that, you're right. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Like he said it best. Like just because I'm running a different race than you doesn't mean I'm less black than you, and that is something I had to fight to get people to understand a lot of the time.
And especially that shit.
Well, especially because like my like all of the partners that I've had in the past haven't been black, and that's not because I'm not interested in black people. It's just that every black girl that I had asked out has said no. And it wasn't like I was looking for a different type of, it was just like I clicked with this person and they said yeah, and that's literally all it was. But I literally had I asked someone to get in my face one day. They're like, why do you only date white girls? Do you not find black girls attractive? Like, black is beautiful. I love black girls. Excuse the fuck out of you. But it's also like, well,
speak on it, Walt. Speak on it.
Well, no, but it was like in that moment, it was the same kind of thing. It's like, why do I, as a black man, have to fight to be black? And that was something Carlton struggled with a lot during, like, in the freshman.
With our own people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
Just to clarify, he said that they're running the same race, and he's just has a different experience. Just to clarify.
Well, my bad. Yeah, but it's that. But it is that. That
was my bad. I'm the one who started it. So yeah, go ahead.
No, it's okay. But no, that's
don't worry about it.
But that's the truth. That is the truth that I've had. That is like the baggage and the pain that I've had to carry ever since I was in like elementary school, right? Like it's like, oh well, just because like I'm running the same race as you, just because my skin is a little different than you doesn't mean that I'm any different than you.
Right.
And I'm a point something out as well. And like not only that, but kind of in addition to what Walt said, but for whatever reason, when it comes to like with our men and stuff, with our black men out here and such, it's like if I hate to do this, I'm gonna put the Michael B. Jordan example out there just for this time only, and such. Everybody
elaborate because I want to see where this is going. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm saying here's what I'm saying is that obviously there was a huge rumor going on for years and saying that Michael B. Jordan don't date black women or what have you, or he doesn't want to date black women, etc. I don't know who the hell started that rumor and such. If you really look at it, such nobody was really, huh?
What are you talking about? He just dated like a few black women. What are you talking about?
No.
Of course he had white women, but
no, I'm saying there was like years ago and shit, like years ago, what have you?
Oh yeah. I remember what you're talking about, but
yeah.
Go ahead, keep going.
But even with the whole thing with him and Lori Harvey, what have you, with honestly, hey, look, hey, you get in relationships, sometimes it don't work out. It is what it is. That's life or what have you. But at the same time, if you really think about with a lot of us men in the future, a lot of our black men and such, a lot of people, in like society's like expectation would be that, hey, you would date with somebody within your own race. Now, hey, if you end up happy and if things work out great. If you find love, from outside of your race, you find love from outside of your race and such. So if you ask me, you really got to actually look at it and say, what are you actually pushing on other people? Like, are you pushing people, to try to fit, quote unquote, your standard, or are you trying to at least, make people feel welcome and accepted and such, regardless of what they choose to do, what time of music they want to listen to, who they choose to date, who they don't choose to date, so on and so forth and such. Because, like, even though, all of us are here are black and such, each and every one of us, we all got different interests and we're all doing different things in life. That don't mean that it makes me or anybody on here less than each other, because we're all supporting each other. And it would I will only hope that people in our community will have the same type of energy for holding people up in regards of what everybody's going through and such, in regards if this person wants to be a doctor, this person wants to be an urban planner, this person wants to be a lawyer, something like that. Because at the day, we're all fighting the same fight. Everybody's doing it different stuff. Like, just hope.
Yeah, and being and we got to wrap up the show. But at the end of the day, all of these TV dads, I kind of want to like resemble in myself. And of course, what we all just talked about, being accepting, dating outside your race, dating within your race. Just understand that everybody's different. Love each other. And that's my main message for my daughter and quote unquote asterisk other kids to come. So
are we gonna have Kris? We gonna have Kris?
That would be
I put a boot on my penis.
That would be a really weird way to announce that one, buddy. But all right,
I'm putting a boot on my penis. But
I do.
Damn, David just comes out. I do. All right, so my top 10 dads are, just to recap, number 10, George Feeney from Boy Meets World. Number 9, Johnny Tanner from Full House. 8, Carl Winslow from Family Matters. 7, Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. 6, we have Bernie Mac from The Bernie Mac Show. Number 5, Eric Camden from Seventh Heaven. Number 4, Mike Kyle Sr. from My Wife and Kids. Number 3, Andre Dre Johnson from Blackish. 2, Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable from The Cosby Show. And number 1, the Honorable Judge Philip Banks from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air / Bel-Air. I forgot to point out he was in Bel-Air too, which is a great show on Peacock.
But I haven't seen Bel-Air yet, but I heard it's pretty all right.
It's great.
You just had to end it like you just had to that's come on, man.
It's a great show, really great show, and I push everybody to go watch it. People are expecting like comedy, but it's more of like a drama. So.
Right,
and they pretty much pin down everybody's character.
I like that. I like that aspect of it. I like the fact that it's not just like the same show. It is different, and I think
you can't make it. You cannot remake it the same show. You can't do it. You gotta add like something different to it. Like that's why it's great. But like I said, this whole list so far, Chris, the last 3, they've been perfect. They get the stamp of approval.
Yeah, wait till
you go from the whole list to the top 3, Chris. All right, you start off great, and you're like, the top 3.
I messaged you, man. Hey, I got to build suspense, man. Got to hype it up.
Build suspense. What are you talking about? Just like what we're gonna do next week on the show. Just like Walter just hinted out, we're gonna do my quote unquote my top 100 songs of the 2010s.
All right, do we have homework this time? Because the last time we had homework, nobody did it but me.
I know you still do homework.
I'll give you. Okay, we're gonna do your top 5 songs from the 2010s.
Okay,
bring them to the show next week.
That's a lot.
I'm gonna put one out here that I forgot came out in the 2010s. Carry Out. Remember Carry Out with Justin Timberlake and Timberland? Like Carry Out. Lights out.
I already know what my number 1 song is. I already know.
What's number 1?
I can say it.
You gotta wait till next week.
Damn, we gotta wait till next week. All right. Anyway, thank you, great debaters. We got Marcel Smith, the big head. We got the Shorty / Fried Cereal. We got Christopher Bird, and we have the other father on the show, David Alex Norda, who's at work right now supporting his family. And we have Porter Quitens. I'm your host, Chris Canty. That's been another episode of the KrisCross Corner. Like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Watch the show on YouTube this summer. Listen on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Stay safe, social distance, and be nice to each other.